Alright, hello, welcome back to the Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video here. So, here we have another How Hard Can the Unit Hit video. And of course, maybe I should actually change, we'll look through the friends, but we're doing him. Super Gogeta. Now I did already do, a little, when the bug existed, right, that sort of infinite super attack glitch. I did sort of use that. I did do a bugged sort of Goku one. So I think I'm fine on like more or less like for doing Goku, but we didn't in there. We did not check out Gogeta at all. So I mean that being said, obviously I gotta get him in, right? I figured might as well do it now. I do also want to get around to like there's a lot of characters I'm gonna have to get around to now with like this buff right here. Like this is so insane. 54% attack and defense. Like these active skill buffs are literally they're no joke. Like this is actually insane because it's not. It's a pure 54% buff because 99.99999% of the time you're not having any active skill sort of increase. So I mean, let's say you do 400 million damage. I mean it's 54, so not exactly, but I mean suddenly now you're doing 600 some odd mil damage, right? So like it's this one buff, and like you can get two of them, right? It is insane what they did with this. I never would have expected it going into part two. But that being said, here we have our setup here. I might try and change the friend. I didn't really. Well, that's the only rainbow one. We'll do the links at least, right? I mean, we can check that. I might re-roll, a little bit. Okay, no, they're full out then. Let's do this then, I guess. So obviously, we're gonna get to doing a couple turns to show what the baseline is like, right? When we come back around later on to do the like how hard can he hit, I think what we'll do.
Allow me to show you just how much more evolved I have become! I've made my new form gold, so it's clear who's sitting atop the pecking order. And to simplify things even further, let's call this Golden Freezer.
Okay, I really like his intro, but sometimes when I'm in the middle of making an appointment, because I don't like to talk during those sort of animations. Okay, but point being, right, when we come back around later on, I think what we'll do is we'll probably do like a sort of baseline turn with Vegeta. Then we'll do like a baseline turn with Gogeta, and then we'll do like the actual like big item turn and everything. He doesn't have a lot of links here, but I mean this should work pretty good. This character, it's like, going into part two, it's like how do they make a character compete with Vegeta, right? I mean, it's kind of those counters and the taunt. It's so hard. And to be fair, at least in my opinion, I don't think. How do I word this? It's a situation where I think Gogeta is 2, and I still think it's like Gogeta 2, Vegeta 1, and then the gap is between 2 and 3, right? But I would say that I do think, Vegeta is still clearly superior. But I mean, at the end of the day, I'd say going into part 2 a lot, it's like, okay, we need them to be like slightly better or slightly weaker. It really doesn't matter. And this is a really unique character because he is much more defensive than Vegeta. I mean, guard and being able to get like 80%, 85% technically damage reduction, like it's a hard ability to beat. And the active skill support, like he is so good. I really like what they did. Now, like I said, when we go through, we're gonna get that baseline turn. We're going to sort of. It's going to be a little interesting with Gogeta, because the thing is, I mean, we'll have enough room to do it, but these fusions only do last for 2 appearances. So I will have to try and be a bit mindful of when I start actually recording. Because, I mean, if we're showing, like, 3, separate turns or whatever, right? I mean, that's in total 6 turns. So I will have to be mindful of... I'll probably have to start right after I do, like, a Dokkan attack or something. And, of course, I have, like, Piccolo and Golden Frieza and all those sort of characters to deal with, getting those out. But still, it is definitely something I want to... I'm a bit cautious, a bit. I will have to be, at least, going forward through this. But, like, I genuinely, I cannot wait to try so many characters out now. There are a lot of characters I'm going to have to do, like... When I do this, like, is Super Gogeta, is he going to have the highest attack? I don't know. I mean, that active skill phase, like, it's so busted. I feel like it might be a scenario where he's going to have the best attack stat right now. And why I say that is so once again, I have to redo characters like Tech Super Gogeta, right? I'm already gonna have to redo Tech Super Vegeta, which with the counter got up to like a fucking 800 some odd million attack set. So you imagine 2 Gogeta supports and suddenly he's at 1 billion 600 some odd mil or something like that. Like it's ludicrous. It's insane what they've done. So I mean we got a couple of supers last turn. We'll show one more sort of base turn here, and then I'll get the stacking. Like I just can't contain my excitement right now. I genuinely, I haven't even, at the time I'm recording this, I genuinely, I have not actually gotten around to like doing any, like recording any showcase or anything for him. I only got him not too long ago. I got him like a day and a half ago, but I've also been, recording some other stuff and whatnot, so had to wait a little bit. I've been pretty excited to use them. I'm pretty excited to try out more characters, but I mean it's gonna be a while before we get to all of them, because I mean literally we thought it would have been, well, I guess a lot of people thought it would have been last night. I thought it could have happened, but I was more so focused on tonight anyway. We should be getting the 7th year, LR EZA details tonight. I'm pretty confident. I could be wrong. I guess it technically could be the next night, but like, I don't see them. I'm pretty sure it's tonight. Could be wrong, but like I can't wait, right? And obviously when those guys EZA, it's gonna be, I'm gonna have to do a defense and attack for both of them again. I did make sure to get the pre-EZA ones up, so we have pre-EZA defense for the gods and Super Saiyan 4s, as well as pre-EZA attack for the Super Saiyan 4s and gods, and like, it's just gonna be so what we're gonna be able to do. And the thing is,
Mind your own business, Kakarot.
Yeah, I get it. I've never faced someone this strong before. I'm excited.
okay, I started talking over that promo, my apologies. The thing is, like, they're not on Vegeta's leader, right? Like, the 220. Like, look, they're both fusion, and they're not Earthbred fighters because Vegeta's bad, right? We only have, like, the Earthbred fighters on, like, a card like this because its tag, it has both characters' categories. But for, like, paired characters, it's still only, like, categories they'd both be on. So, like, the 7th years are only on Gogeta's leader skill, so I'm going to, like, they're going to be active skill boosted. Now, potentially when I do that, it's probably going to be, like, only a active skill boost, like, not 2. Because, like, with the gods and the Super Saiyan 4s, I mean, they get so much power generated through their links, Godly Power or Saiyan Roar or shit like that, right? So definitely got to get those up in there. But like, I can't believe it. I'm probably gonna have to put up a poll when the details drop. I'll probably do like. So I've ended up having to delay. This is going out a couple days later than it should have been. An attack video here. I had to do the same with a defense video. I had to delay because taking into account of getting these characters, I'm probably going to delay this week. Typically, I'd try to get a defense one out tomorrow at the time I'm recording this. But I'll probably push that to like Thursday or something maybe. I do think we'll probably get the 7 tiers like Wednesday night or something. I could be wrong on that. But I'll probably put out a poll and see like, okay, I'm going to do defense and attack for the 7 tiers, but I don't think I'll do like both Super Saiyan 4 ones this week and God's next week. I'll like, God's defense this week, Super Saiyan 4 attack this week, or vice versa. But yeah, I'm pretty excited. I should probably get to stacking now though. I genuinely really enjoy doing these, and it's just, they take forever to do. They really do, but it's like, it's so worth it to me. I don't know. I know it's only for a good like a 10 or so odd minutes towards the end, and it takes fucking hours to get to that point. But it's just, I don't know. See the big number. I really love stacking characters, so it's still fun even after doing this for. I've been doing this since, well, at least the attack ones. I've been doing since like July, right? So I don't know. It's really good, really fun stuff. All right, we're gonna end here though, or cut away here, I guess. We'll be back. I gotta get the second. I gotta see Gogeta, right? Okay. We'll be back and we'll see just how hard. I guess. Should I do a separate Vegeta one? Oh, so many questions. I don't know. I'll figure that out. But we'll come back and we'll see just how hard AGL Super Gogeta can hit. All right. So we are back. Now we are up to turn 101 here. Okay, so just real quick, I did actually, unfortunately, lose the audio of this part of the video, but that's okay. I'm just doing a little voice over here. We'll make do. So, Gogeta, he's a funny guy. Okay, it's just insanity what you can do with this character. Now, here I was just talking about like the support we have on rotation and stuff, as well as I did actually make a mistake earlier. I wasn't, so I was like, oh yeah, we'll do a base turn, then we'll do like an item turn, right? At the time, I wasn't really considering we're using Vegeta, right? He's a pretty big part here, excuse me. And what that means is we don't have the ability, really, to do a base fusion turn, because obviously his counters, bam, right? It's just not really feasible. I was saying like maybe if it works out, we'll see it. But then I also, I started thinking about like our rotation and everything. Now, my Tech Vegeta, by the way, he's only 55%. We had 8.3 mil defense there. Like that character is just crazy. We heal from 12% to damn near full. In this sort of rotation, I did still want to get the like base line turn for Vegeta himself, right? We have perfect 7 out of 7 links, right? This is just, 90% support. Like, this character is just insane. Just flat out. I was just thinking about this, right? The 7 tiers are about to drop. Like, I would highly anticipate. I mean, we'll see, of course. I would highly anticipate they're going to be the best stacking units in the game. So, 300 mil practically there. By the way, base, no items, no active skill boost. Like, it's just 300. Like, this is what I'm talking about. The amount, like, I was actually, surprised seeing the number there I did. I was like, what the hell? I like double tanked, but no, like he could just stack like that. And the thing is, we have so many characters that I need to redo now, right? I talked about this a little earlier, but like just seeing the power of the double active, in this run, like Tech Super Vegito. I need to do like a just a base Tech Goku, right? I mean, might as well do double Super Gogeta support, right? Um, I need to redo Super Gogeta. There are characters that I already need to do again. Like, although I might have to wait. I actually like AGL Broly, for example. He was the first one I did. Um, I didn't do items then. That was the very first one. I wanted to see for myself. I didn't even like think that like pop off how it did, but I'm very surprised from the amount of support that got. So I was like, hey, I like doing this. People like watching it, so I started making it a little series. That wasn't planned at all. That just I was testing out. Like I just love stacking units, right? And he could just stack attacks so crazy. I was like, well, let's try this. But yeah, like I need to redo him at some point. Like, heck, Gohan. Is he on Vegito's 220? I need to like pay attention to like characters that are on like the 220s. It's gonna be very limited right now. Unfortunately, although obviously as well, right? But also, just real quick, this is I do remember I was talking about this at this portion. When you're doing these, if you want to do them, right, for yourself, because if you love stacking units like I do, right, I just have so much fun doing these. Stacking, like I don't know, it's so good. Big funny oonga boonga caveman, right? But when you're doing these, it is pretty important to bring some of these quote unquote like lower tiered characters, right? I think AGL Golden Frieza, right? He came out 2022. What was it exactly? May? I believe. Alright, sorry about that. I had to cut away for a moment. But like I was saying, when you're doing these, it is really important to bring these sort of like lower tier characters. Like I said, AGL Golden Frieza, he came out, what was it, like May or something? 2022. The banner unit Piccolo was, obviously the cooler worldwide, 2022 as well. These characters, I mean, they're going to take damage. Piccolo is just like, this event's from 2023 worldwide, by the way. Now, Piccolo, he does take damage, but he's actually mostly competent in slot 1. But the real important thing is, the super is doing like 4 mil damage, right? Something like that. Because obviously you do get the Dokkan attack several times when you're doing this. That's what Rose takes damage from. It's not like I accidentally like target him like once or something. You do get the Dokkan attack several times. And obviously, unfortunate, but you do have to, like, they should really honestly make it so you could just, it doesn't like auto do it. Like just make it like a choice. I really hope they implement that someday, but the game's existed for 10 years, so who knows. But yeah, if you do one of these, make sure to bring characters like that. But also, like right here, so I was talking about like, oh yeah, I'm not gonna do the base turn after all. I'm just gonna do the item turn. I didn't know what I was thinking. I caught myself pretty early here, like right after I'm done looking at the Gogeta card, the kit, right? I don't know why I grabbed that key with Goku. I wasn't, it didn't register. I wasn't thinking. And I was like, oh shit, wait, hold on. No, oops. And then in just a moment, I did end up cutting away to sort of come back, fresh, right? Here. Okay, there we go. Like I said, I did end up cutting away there, so just to match it sort of with the footage. Okay. But at this point, we're getting ready to do the fusions. Now, when I do this, I'm sort of like explaining here. I did switch I switched to the Goku as well for the Vegito character. I think soon. But essentially, the thing is, I mean, you gotta think, in our base turn, we were already doing like 300 mil. Now we have so many stacks. The active, like, it does a lot of damage, so I did make sure to switch both those guys to sort of, yeah, so I made sure to be in the sort of versions that give the defensive support. That way, we do as little damage as possible with the active. Now, I really do like to get the active, you know, like, take like Final Form Kulu, for example, right? I believe I use his active, like, 99, you know, mil crit, whatever, as the sort of thumb. I do like to do that. I don't know, it's visually appealing to me. I think it's visually appealing to you guys. Oh, wait, hold on, active. Yeah, I don't like to talk during those. But essentially, I do like to get the active, like, KO screens when I can, but obviously the 54% is more important here.
This is the greatest fusion of all! I'm gonna send you back to hell!
So with just the active, the attack support's not even there, and we managed to do that. Like, if I had the attack support, right, and I had the other Gogeta's active, we might have genuinely, like, just, like, killed Zamasu. Damn near. Well, I don't know, but we would have done a shit ton of damage for sure, and obviously we do need him to live. You know, he's the sponge, so. And then I do, like, there's no point in playing it, the animations twice there, right? I do have the once a day skip for just myself normally. But, you know, I get that active there, right? And then, you know, it's time to go into Vegito in just a moment, I believe. Oh, wait, no, I grabbed the orb first. Okay, there we go.
Vegeta, put this on your right ear, please! Vegeta!
Give it to me now! This is what I'm supposed to do, right?
Yep, thanks, Vegeta.
This is Super Vegito!
Okay, so, I mean, we only have 6 out of 7 links, but we don't have Elruna Flash. But, I mean, it is only 7% attack, and the active skill, sort of 54%, is more important anyway. Now, here, I am about to use the sort of, you know, Chilai orb changing item, right? Now, also, one thing to note, unfortunately, so, Gogeta does get more attack through Rainbow Key Spheres. However, that attack is phase 1, right? We already have 300%, plus the 40% support he has baseline. We have 40% from each, you know, Gogeta and Vegito. Our phase 1 is already at 420%, I believe. So, that being said, unfortunately, you know, I did have to go through here with the sort of prioritizing getting the AGL orbs, because that is item phase. So that, I mean, it's 5% per, but overall, it's a lot more important than even if we were to get 5 Rainbow Key Spheres. I'm pretty sure. But point being, you know, unfortunate, but is what it is. Now, when you use these, if you, like, do stuff in different order, right, you can get them to actually appear differently. So I was talking about that here. It's like, you know, only 13, right? We can get 23 max. We're missing out on 50%. So I was like, okay, we're going to cut away until I can get it figured out. And then I did there, right? I came back 21 orbs. Still not perfect, mind you, but, you know, is what it is. Happens sometimes. Still, 21 is a lot better, you know, than 13, right? And now, I go in here, and it is crazy. But, like, when I saw this, because I mean, obviously, once again, this is a voiceover, so I already know the attacks that he's gonna hit. But like, I would, it's pretty good. Yeah, yeah, it might be a little good. I just like this. He is so insane. I really like. The fact that they made both. I mean, obviously they were going to, after they made Vegeta, right? But the fact that both of the 10th anniversary headliners, the Dokkan Fest headliners, are stacking characters, it just like for me, it's like so peak, right? I just overall, even though I just like disappointed with like Goku Frieza as released, they're one of my most wanted characters, and then like you having the animation sourced from like the filler tournament power episode or pre-tournament power, it's like so weird. But is what it is. Overall though, like it's still like 10th anniversary is so peak, and we still haven't seen the 7th anniversary LRs. Like I can't wait. It's like for me, overall during this anniversary, I just can't stop winning, and especially considering some of them I like left with summons recently. I do think it was pretty deserved, personally. I know people got worse off, luck, unfortunately, but I think I deserved the luck I got here. All right, here we go. So, 791 million. 791 million. 791 million. Like, what the fuck? So, technically speaking, this is our second highest. Our third highest is now Mechikabra, 655 mil. Technically, Super Vegito got like 800. I forget exactly what it was. It was like 830 mil, roughly. So he is still our highest. But I mean, he's gonna patch it up soon is the crazy thing, because I don't know when I'm gonna get around to it. I definitely need to do the 7 tiers first. I'm gonna do like a, depending on when their sort of details drop. I do need to. I'm probably gonna have to end up delaying, like the defense and attack both of them this week to accommodate. I'll do like the Super Saiyan 4's attack and then the God's defense, or vice versa this week. But like, there's so many characters that just benefit so much, and like the fact that it's the support, like Vegito, his big thing is mega offense character, and Gogeta is his big thing as mega defense support character, and he is our second highest at 791 million. Like it's so crazy. It really is. But yeah, I mean, there we go. Unfortunate that I had to do the voiceover here. Is what it is, though. It got lost, and I had two options. Just do a voiceover or like restack or something, right? Like that's not gonna work. It takes several hours, and this would take like only like 15 minutes. I really hate that I lost that. But the voiceover still works. I feel like I covered most of what I was talking about during that anyway. So, but there we go. Gogeta, our second highest, 791 mil. I would not be surprised if very, very soon both 7 tiers pass them. But we'll see. Because like I said, I do expect them both to have greatly raised attack and defense. I could be wrong, but like it's so crazy. But there we go. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Take care.